Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be messing around with the Coleman mini bike again. So I'm actually going to play around with the jetting a little bit because I've kind of been messing around with it. Changed it a couple times and just seems like it's not kind of running like I want it to. The plug is still a little on the white side, so we're going to try and mess with the jets here a little bit and do some carb tuning. See if we can't get this thing a little more dialed in and get the plug kind of more of that medium brown look, kind of like cardboard. It's about the color you want it to be safe. If you're on the white side, it's definitely going to be running a little leaner. And then if it's plugs looking black, then it's definitely burning a little too much fuel. So kind of want it right there in that happy medium, that brownish color. Just that way you know the engine's running safe. So I'm going to pull the plug out right now and show you what that looks like. All right, so I got the plug out here. Right now it's currently running a 140 main. I am at sea level, so I don't want to go too lean, but this is how the plug's looking with a 140 in it, which is not the worst, but definitely not the best. You definitely want it just a little bit more brown than this. So I'm actually going to do a little testing because I have a couple different jets. One that's in there is a 140 right now, and both of these are actually 140s as well. One of them is just a little bit different, kind of a bigger head on the jet, and then the other one is a little bit of a smaller jet. I've actually been doing a little research, and believe it or not, the design of the jet can play a pretty big difference in how the motor is going to run. Some jets are just the way they're drilled and the way they're designed are a little more optimal for fuel flow. So even though they're both 140s, one jet can technically move more fuel than the other one. Then the one I have in there is a 140 now, but this is how the plugs looks with a 140. So I'm gonna play with all three of these and just see if any of them do an actual difference. So I'm gonna pop this big one in there and see if this one changes anything or helps the plug look any better. Because again, like I said, I'm trying to get it to that kind of cardboard brown color. Like I said, it's not horrible right now, but definitely is not the best, kind of being a little more on the white side than the brown side. So let's get this other jet out of here and we'll swap one of these in. Make sure your fuel's turned off before you do this, otherwise it's just going to dump fuel. All right, so we got the jet swapped over. And that's how easy it is to swap the main jet. Now I'm going to switch the needle position. I had it in the middle, but I bumped it up one, and feels like it just a little soft in the mid-range, so we're going to put that back in the middle position and show you how to do that. Okay, you want to get some needle nose pliers. There's a little spring-loaded clip in here that you want to pop out. Sometimes it takes a little work to get out of there. There we go. Now we're in the middle position. We got 2 notches above, 2 notches below. And then I like to turn the clip so the open end is facing the slot for the throttle cable. That way it doesn't bind up. Let's get this put back in. And then you want to line the slot up with the pin that's inside the carb. Otherwise, if you don't, it won't bottom all the way out and will take off on you when you start it up. You want to make sure it slides all the way down in there pretty easily. All right, swapped out this other 140 main. We're going to take it around the block real quick and see how it runs. So just got back from doing 2 pulls, and this is what the plug looks like. Doesn't look like it's changed much. Looks a little more brown, but to me this is still looking like it's a little bit on the lean side. I feel like a 145 is a little big, but I mean it is pulling 7,000 plus RPMs. So maybe I'll swap in a 145 and see how it looks. But it definitely pulls really good right now. As you can see in the video, it does a pretty good power wheelie. So maybe I'll just leave it here for now.